As soon as he walked in, I started thinking this was a mistake. Today we have hit the clap, baby. This was don't diss Herbie. Herbie Hancock is my man. Okay, yeah. Oh, that's what that was. That was a reference. Today we have our brother Diesel in the show, but this is still not proper. So good morning, Aurora. Good morning, Aurora. Good morning, Aurora. And good morning to you, Diesel. Bizzle, can you clap for the Dizzle real quick here, please? Oh, yeah. How are you today? That's good. That's good. What's new, my friend? It is extremely hot today. We got the weather for the folks. Let's give them the weather now. The weather today, the high today will be 88 degrees, and that will be reached at 1 p.m. There's a 30% chance of rain, however, at 1 p.m. as well. So it's going to be a disastrously hot day. I would recommend if you're wearing jeans or any kind of pant, take them off and put on shorts. Today is the day for shorts. None of you are wearing shorts, and neither am I. We're professionals, and we have to work right now. That's cool, too. The current temperature is 73 degrees. And, yeah, it's going to be a hot one. Tomorrow's going to be 93 degrees. Saturday, 90. 90s all weekend, going into Monday, returning with another 90-degree temperature. And we also have Bizzle, Tizzle, Pizzle in the house. Good morning, BTP. He doesn't have a mic. That's right. So we'll say it for him. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, how you guys doing? Yeah, drinking a Monster today. He hasn't drinking a Monster. He has smart water. Wow. No carbonation for Bizzle, Tizzle, Pizzle today. All right. So if you're just tuning in, it's Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast, and we're glad to be here. We've got some things to talk about, but I have to tell you that today's show will be a little short. We will be wrapping things up at 8:45 a.m. because we have a great episode that we are shooting directly after. Our friends of the Rotary International Aurora Sunrise Club, they had a scholarship. They awarded three $1,000 scholarships to three incredible Aurora students. From West Aurora, Carson Vest, East Aurora, Carla Pintor, and Stephanie Perez. Each of them completed the club's assignment of a diversity essay. So they spoke about diversity, they spoke about what it means to them in their communities, and they all have aspirations of serving our great community. What do you think about that, Diesel? Right. Yeah. Hold on. Your Yato's on the other side. There you go. There you go. Hold on. His Yato's not even on his mic. Because his Yato is.
The mic checks here.
Hold on. His Yato, he's not even talking to the.
What do we got? We got a left-handed microphone. What's going on?
Diesel's not talking. He's sitting in front of his mic.
There you go. Is that better? You got that? What are we doing there?
All right. Let's see if Diesel.
I don't know either.
Right.
Technical.
Diesel, you see where it says the words right there, right?
I do see that.
Like,
This
do like
Yato
this.
is
Do
actually
like this.
Japanese for speak here, right?
Do like
Talk into this.
Talk
Right.
into that. Okay. All right.
How are we doing? We got some sound now?
Okay. All right. Diesel's first time on radio, ladies and gentlemen. So
And-
please work with the man. He.
Yeah, it would have been here earlier.
Downer and
alarm.
River. Downer and River that's the Wabanzi Community College corner, right? Yeah.
That is
Diesel.
all day. You got to.
Diesel, I'm not gonna tell you again. Talk into.
You got to plan around
Thank
that.
Yeah, you do. You do. Hey, the time's 8:06, and we just spent 3 minutes trying to get Diesel's mouth to talk into the mic. Man, I love everything about this. Good morning to all of our dear friends out there. Good morning, Brooke. Shanley, how are you today? You awesome person, you. And you know what? Let me hold on. Not just Brooke. Not just Brooke. All of our teachers. School is out. Our teachers are having fun now. They're chilling out. I mean, we got a lot of good. Yeah, that's word up. That is word up. Our teachers are out there and they're having a good time. I see y'all out there. I see you at Branch Gardens buying your hydrangeas. I see you. I see you down there at Jefe Lena Imar. You ever been there?
Which one is that?
On
Up
Lake
Lake
Street?
Street?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a nice place.
Yeah, a couple of my teacher friends were there last night. You had margaritas. I saw it.
The official drink of teachers.
Right. I saw you. And some of you other teachers, you're on a road trip right now going up to Kenosha. Shouts out to you. Hopefully you're tuning in to the second largest city's first daily news podcast. We are blessed and highly favored. All right. Yesterday we had Buenos Dias, Aurora. That was a lot of fun. We interviewed a great friend of ours named Karina Suarez Darden of Presidential Cleaning Services. Really cool. Did you tune in?
I did not. I had my hand on some wrenches yesterday, Curtis. Good thing nobody heard that. Yes, of course I turned in, Curtis.
Right. See, the interesting thing about Diesel, for those of you who don't know who he is, Diesel is one of the hosts of CVN, which is Cycle Vision Network, right? Cycle Vision Network is a motorcycle racing program. These guys go out to the shows. They show you everything about motorcycles. Diesel is very well versed in the art of cycling. And not only that, you can catch their show on Facebook Live and Open Road Radio.
Gina Woods show, yep.
Gina Woods, right. Shouts out to Gina Woods. What time does CVN go live, baby?
We'll be live most of the weekend, running some things at Road America for the Moto America races.
Okay, all right. And Jennifer Ryan Mayton, good morning to you, dear friend. Jennifer Ryan Mayton's cool, man. I like Jennifer Ryan Mayton. Jennifer Ryan Mayton. I remember, you know what? You know what I love about all of our listeners and fans here is that it's a community. This is more than a podcast. This ain't just the news.
We need a secret handshake.
This is fellowship.
Or a lapel pin or something like that.
We do. Right.
You need a lapel pin. You can just be like, the duck wears a red fedora, and then you show them the pin, and everyone knows you're a Good Morning Aurora
Exactly,
fan.
yeah. That way you go like down a dark, unsafe alley. You go to that back door, you knock, and some big guy with one eye and an eye patch, what's the password? And you're like, GMA. And you come in, and it's all like, yeah, that's great. All right, the coffee this morning is Treadwell, and Diesel has a cold brew. I have my usual. We know BTP's drinking water. And good morning to you, Ben Geller, my man, tuning in. GAMS, the Great American Morning Show. Brooke Shanley's in Seattle. That is a beautiful town, Brooke. Don't forget to go visit the Space Needle. And if you're ever in downtown Seattle, I'll tell you a place to go to. There's a place called, if it's still there, Lawrence's. It is a restaurant that has a lot of jazz shows at nighttime. Downtown Seattle is a beautiful place. Check out Lawrence's if it's still around down there. Your favorite radio host, once upon a life, was hanging out in Seattle real hard during the Rose Festival a couple times for the U.S. Navy. That was a great port visit. Boy, Seattle. Shouts out to Seattle.
I was just trying to picture you in like the knitted sweater with the beanie cap and like a 4-day growth. Just
Don't picture it.
Listening to the grunge music out there.
Oh, the grunge scene is. Oh, the music scene in Seattle is great.
That's what I figured.
You know what's funny about Seattle too is like, you know, you watch TVs and shows and all that kind of stuff. Seattle, Washington, and that Pacific Northwest up there, it is very like gloomy and rainy, but it feels good. Like it feels really nice to be out there in that kind of weather. Greg Zilioli, good morning to you, sir. Want to say good morning to him. ACTS, A Call to Shoulders, ACTS, a great local program here in the heart of downtown Aurora, where veterans and those suffering from PTSD can spend their energies making any manner of product on lathes and using woodworking skills. Seam liberators, pens, and other things. The program goes as such. The veterans come in. They use the woodworking materials and the lathes. They build and make the products. The products are then sold on their behalf, and all of the proceeds go to the veterans to fuel and purchase their own equipment. That is a great program.
Curtis, all of the proceeds.
I said all.
No, I know, but not all the proceeds less 2%, not all the proceeds less the donuts a day. Greg is given 100% back in this.
Right.
So,
Greg, dear friend of the show. All right, guys, let's do some news. Our dear friends of Harry Beast Dog Parlor, I'm shouting them out up top. July 25th, which is a Sunday, do not forget, at 215 West Galena Boulevard in downtown Aurora, there's going to be hot rods, hot dogs, music, cars, and maybe even a couple of puppies. Yeah. Harry Beast Dog Parlor is a great grooming place for your pet. You can get Fido's nails clipped or get Fluffy's ears trimmed.
You can get little bow ties too and little ribbons.
Yeah,
for
they
their
do
hair.
like a
They
bow
got all
tie
that cool
picture
stuff.
thing. It's really cool. It's really, really cool. Norma Peterson, good morning to you, dear friend. Good morning, good morning, good morning. 5Bs did a great job on my meats for yesterday's BBQ fundraiser. Aurora Regional Fire Museum had a huge barbecue fundraiser. Awesome. Good job to the Aurora Regional Fire Museum. Yeah, I saw it yesterday out there in the parking lot, man. They were out there deep yesterday. Good stuff. Victoria Hyla Maldonado, good morning to you. Good morning, Karina. Awesome stuff. And Anna Sierra, good morning to you as well. All right. So, our friends of Aurora Business United, they are returning tomorrow for their second Friday networking meeting from 7:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. on Zoom and Facebook Live. In-person meetings may restart in July or August. There will be spin wheel prizes, and the guest speaker for tomorrow will be Stephen Morris, the author of The 6 Strengths to Maximize Your Business Execution. Awesome. Diesel, have you maximized your business execution yet? Have you?
Oh yeah, but then they're done that.
Okay.
I've already maximized that and then just stopped doing anything of that sort. So
Okay.
basically in the drinking coffee and talking about motorcycles and horses business.
Ah, I see. So you maximized already.
Yeah.
So this is the fruits of the maximization, you could
there
say.
you go, yes. Have you written a book,
Interesting.
Curtis? You should write a book.
You know what's funny, Diesel? I started writing a book.
Did you?
I
Was
did.
it how to
I
become
did.
a morning radio show host in
Shut
3
up.
easy lessons?
I started writing a book. Yeah, the book is it's unfinished. It's almost done. You know what's interesting?
Mhm.
I stopped writing the book and I started recording a podcast in my bathroom.
There's going to be a whole nother chapter in the book now. Whole nother chapter.
Exactly. So yeah, I'm letting it rock. You know what I'm saying? I'm letting it rock. All right. So let's move on with some more news. Our state representatives of Stephanie Kifowit of the 84th District, Barbara Hernandez of the 83rd, and Keith Wheeler of the 50th District are partnering with the Kane Senior Council and St. Athanasius Greek Orthodox Church to provide free frozen meals to seniors once a month from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on prescribed Mondays during the summer at St. Athanasius, which is located at 1855 Fifth Avenue in Aurora. Event dates are currently scheduled for June 21st. That will be next, July 12th, August 16th, and September 13th. So shouts out to our friends of St. Athanasius, the Kane Senior Council, and our state representatives.
Curtis, you know, the church that you're talking about over there, across the street is Oakhurst Forest Preserve.
That's right, yep.
Go there. Take your kids there, take your family there, go hang out, go fish. It's really a hidden gem right here, just right in the middle of town.
They got a place to fish?
Yeah, they got a place to fish. They got a gorgeous lake there, nice and clear. Big sledding hill. They used to
Yeah,
run
that hill
cross
is great.
Go there. Yeah, they got a lake there.
Okay.
Mhm.
So when you're going down Fifth Avenue, and now you're okay, so you're going, I don't know what direction that'd be, but basically, so now you're at Hill Avenue, right?
Yep.
You're at Hill and Fifth. You got the gas station,
Mhm.
and you got that little structure on that corner in that lot. It's like pink now. That little house-looking thing is very small. What was on the corner? What was there? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, the empty lot?
Yeah, that empty lot.
It was I believe it was Alibis. It was a little shady bar.
Alibis?
I believe so. Check that with the callers.
Tracy Duran, are you here?
Right.
It was a bar called Alibis.
I think
Yeah, that's
that was the
super
one.
shady.
I think that was the name of it. But yeah, it was a little tiny house bar.
Because there was a structure there for quite some time.
Yeah.
Right. Did you ever go there when it was Alibis?
I have.
What was
If
it
I've
like?
got the right bar. It was exactly what you would think it was, Curtis. It looked like the bar out of every movie you'd ever been into, where like the jukebox stops when a stranger walks in. But you know what it was? It was somebody's neighborhood bar.
Right.
It was somebody's regular watering hole that, just appeared to be shady to the rest of us on the outside.
Alyssa Ocon, good morning to you, and good morning to our other friends tuning in. Sarah, I see you. Jennifer says she thought that it would be a one-man show today. No, not today. Not today, Jennifer Ryan Maton. Not today at all. The time is 8:17 a.m. So, Diesel, here's the thing people like you.
Good.
People like you.
I like people, Curtis.
People like you. I get
Most
messages on the days you come to the show. People hit me up like, "Wow, Diesel, yeah, I like when you got Diesel on." And
There
I'm
you
like,
go. See, I
"Oh
like that.
God." Um, but one of the things that people like is that you have a knowledge of some of the history, some of the buildings, some of the things that we do see here in downtown Aurora. You've been around. The bridge is opening up this weekend. That bridge across the Fox River. You ready for that?
I'm ready for that.
Okay. All right. We're gonna do some stuff on that bridge.
Speaking of bridges, Curtis, and
Okay.
speaking of Aurora history, we're talking about the Farnsworth Bridge and the smell that comes from the Farnsworth Bridge.
The Farnsworth Bridge.
Crossing over the old Austin Western factory.
Okay. Yes. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
That smelled like that my entire life.
What's it smell like?
We don't know. Can somebody help me out here? We don't know if it's a glue factory or
Yeah,
old
because
welding or
it just says like factory on one side of the
it was
building.
the Austin Western building
Okay. Yeah.
years ago. You know what I'm talking about, Brent? When you drive over the Farnsworth Bridge? Yeah.
Brent doesn't have a mic, so he can only.
Well, that's okay. He's nodding his head.
Yeah,
yes.
he's nodding his head yes.
Right.
He is nodding his head yes. If anybody knows what was produced in the Austin Western factory,
No, I just want to know why it smells 60 years later.
if anybody wants to let us know
That's
why
what
it
I wanna
smells
know.
60 years later, please put
Right.
that in the chat. Time is 8:18. All right. Starting next week on the 14th, Monday, there will be a week-long fast-track training program for youth. The MCIP, the Manufacturing Careers Internship Program, is specifically designed for young people who may have had traditional barriers to employment. If you or someone you know is 18 to 24 years old and is not in school, this is a helpful program for them. Low income, backgrounds, or disabilities are all qualifiers to receive certification. The pay is $13 in boots, a cell phone for up to 3 months if needed, and uniforms are provided. There are additional services for education and training once they finish the 8 weeks, and a career advisor will stay and work with them for up to a year, providing services and support. Feel free to share this information with anyone you know needing job assistance because we posted this for you guys to check out. And it's also on Buenos Dias Aurora as well. If you have not subscribed to Buenos Dias Aurora, please do. Go to the page, hit the like button, and let the community know if you have any news to share with us. And also you can email us at buenosdiasaurora@gmail.com. You speak Spanish?
No.
No?
Nope. But I know how important it is to people in a community that's got a lot of Spanish-speaking folks.
Right.
So it's obviously, like you said, a barrier to entry. One of the things you were mentioning just now, Curtis, was about the boots and uniforms. People forget you need those things to go to work.
Yes, you do.
And a pair of steel-toe boots, a cheap set will cost you $60. A good set could cost you $300 or $400.
Right.
You know, that cost money to get to work on your first day at work. Any of the programs that are out there supporting that stuff, you know, if you're, hey, how come this guy doesn't get a job? Well, donate some money so he can get some boots and help somebody with the program that's getting this guy a job, and then maybe you can find something else to complain about.
What was your first job, Diesel?
I'd had a lot of little regular jobs, but right across from the web, there was a little used car lot called Montgomery Auto Sales.
Montgomery Auto Sales.
Right
Okay.
across from the web. The web was a happening bar there in the mid-90s. Or the mid-80s.
Right.
So it was it was kind of like the Bar Alibis. It was kind of a just downtown Aurora back in the good old days place. Used car lot, and a couple of guys ran. As a matter of fact, I think the one guy might run. I don't know if the Sleds boys, I don't know if Jim and Dan Sleds are still around out there. You know who I met there?
Who?
Next door, I met Tom Porter. Tom Porter was in the car wash and detailing business. He still is. He taught at Wabansi. He's run little businesses. Just a neat guy, too. Just if you ever run into him around town.
Tom Porter?
Tom Porter, yeah.
Tom Porter. I wonder
Porter's
who that
Hand
is.
Rub, I believe it was called. Used to be a lot of car washes in this town.
So your first job, you worked, what were you doing?
It was a used car. Just same thing I do now, just making sure things ran, keeping things maintained.
Diesel was the guy selling used car. I can I get it. I get it. The time is now 8:21 a.m. Is that where the bank is now, or where Landfears is now?
No. It's still right. It's still a little used car lot.
Okay. Yeah, the name changed. I know which one you're
Yeah,
talking about. Now it's
little.
like Mangana or something
It's a
like
neat
that.
little building.
Right. Yeah, it wraps around to the Warehouse 55 kind of thing.
Yep,
I like
exactly.
that. I like that. Oh, Warehouse 55 is a great place for vintage furniture.
Yeah.
And all kinds of cool stuff. If you've never been there, please check it out. It's on Lake Street, corner of Lake and Downer. Okay. Next piece of news I have to tell you about is something that is very important to a lot of us, especially those interested in the benefit of our children. Our friends of Fox Valley United Way, they're having their very first Halloween Hustle 5K and 1 mile fun walk. All right. Now, this will be a great fundraising event, the proceeds of which will ensure financial support for our children. The date will be October 17th at 9 a.m. at Phillips Park. Sponsorships are available and registration is required. We put the link in the chat for you guys yesterday. We'll make sure that you get it once again. Now, it's going to be Halloween. It's going to be October. We're telling people now.
That when we're doing that this year?
What we're doing.
Okay.
That's what we're doing.
Not a virtual Halloween where you send like pictures of candy to kids.
See, look.
Don't screw with Halloween.
Don't. Do not.
Don't.
We had to because of the pandemic. But still, though, it's not the same. It never will be. It never will be.
No.
There's some things that you just cannot bring virtual. It's not
Right.
going to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Halloween's one of them. Virtual trick-or-treating.
What was Halloween like when you were a kid?
Halloween when I was a kid
Mhm.
was a lot of fun. It was, streets were packed.
Yeah.
Packed. I mean, you had crowds on that side, crowds on this side. And this is back in the day where you go buy a costume and they had like the sharp staples that weren't all the way like stapled. So
Oh,
like
yeah.
you put the mask on and it would cut your face.
Right.
This is also back in the day. This is before people started giving you like, little pamphlets to read instead of candy and all that. And this is back
I
before.
like to give out advice. Instead of candy, we'll be giving out advice this year.
Keep your shoelaces tight, kid.
Right.
But also, this is before the candy bars. This is before they start making fun size candy bars, right?
Mhm.
So you would get the big joint. You would
yeah,
get
yeah,
the
right on.
like it was all the big Snickers, right?
Mhm.
Like you 3 houses, your bag was a sack. Now you had to sling
Mhm.
it over your shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
What was it like when you were a kid? Because you were born in like the 30s, right? Was
Yeah,
that-
like right then.
okay.
Yeah, they just handed out like candy apples and stuff. That
Right,
was
yeah,
it.
okay.
Popcorn balls. Can you picture? People would give out popcorn balls. If people don't know what popcorn balls are, they're awesome.
They are awesome.
And some old lady
They're very-
made them in her kitchen in a bag, and she'd hand them out to you, and you didn't think a damn thing of it.
Right.
And you'd let your parents check the candy, but whoever got the razor blade and the candy? I feel bad for the kid that did.
Right.
But realistically, Halloween is one of those things that it's like the purge, but from a good way.
Wait a minute. Say that again.
Everyone dresses up in costumes so you know who they are, and everyone goes door to door and does stuff, but
Okay. Yeah.
but everyone's still happy about it.
I like
Like
that.
the same
I never
guy-
thought about it like that.
The guy that lived across the street from me, the get off my lawn guy,
Mm-hmm.
still always gave out full-size candy bars.
Right.
Like that one day a year, he was like, so it's like kind of a Christmas type thing where everyone's just in that good mood and everyone's happy to see people. And it just sucks that kind of thing's going to go away, or that, once it has, is there going to be a resurgence, or of all the anti-Halloween folks?
Nah, you know what? I think that to use that term, the good old days, at least for this conversation, I
Mhm.
think the good old days of what we remember as the traditional Halloween trick or treating are gone.
Right.
They are gone. Like this last year that just went past, right? No kids came by
Mhm.
the crib. No kids came by the crib. Even though the city was like, oh, limited Halloween, nobody came by. Now, I saw some people walking around doing their thing and everything like that, but it was like very scattered. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This morning, you guys, just because we've got something very special, we've got scholarship winners to
Mhm.
interview and talk to and get their story and their success. Young people taking part in their community and also doing something to benefit others is a very positive thing, and we love it. All right. Kane County Triad. Shouts out to our friends at Kane County Triad. They and other of our community partners are coming together for the annual Triad Picnic for seniors. Be taking place on Tuesday, August 10th from 11:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. at the Phillips Park Pavilion, 1000 Ray Moses Drive. The cost is a whopping $3. Yeah, we was waiting.
That was a delayed clap there. That wasn't radio silence. That was intentional. To build drama to the
We
clap.
meant to do that. Yeah.
Right.
All right. Seniors can register online or in person at any Fox Valley Community Center by August 1st. To register online, use code 112007-01. And that code again is 112007-01. You can also register by phone with Senior Services Associates Incorporated by calling 630-897-4035. Shouts out to our friends at the Fox Valley Park District, Aurora Township, and many, many others. Very cool. Also, Saturday, June 19th, starting at 3:30 p.m. is the Freedom and Heritage Celebration, One Nation. Presented by the African American Men of Unity, this event will be held at Martin Luther King Park on Farnsworth and Grand on the east side. Admission is free. There will be food, a moon jump, face painting, vendors, and even a talent contest. Fun for the family and the kids. Well, the kids are in the family. Duh. Join the parade as well. Special shout out and thank you to our friends of the African American Men of Unity, the African American Heritage Advisory Board, and the City of Aurora. Very, very cool. All right. You play basketball, Diesel?
About as well as you'd think I would.
Okay. Right.
So, no. I played basketball in grade school. I was one of those 50-50 players. If we were ahead or behind by 50 points, they're like, you still get in there. They didn't call me Diesel. They told me
if they were ahead or behind by 50 points.
Yeah, that was it. Right
so when basically all hope was lost, when there was nothing else that could go wrong,
ahead,
right. They threw in Diesel.
Right.
Diesel, lights it up. Right. What school did you go to?
I went to St. Joe's.
St. Joe's. Okay. Mm-hmm. Where's that?
Right on High Street. High Street and Mountain.
Oh, right there.
Right there.
Is that the Pigeon Hill neighborhood?
That is the Pigeon Hill neighborhood.
That's very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
How did Pigeon Hill get its name?
There's conflicting things, but there was a whole lot of Romanian folks.
Legend kind of things.
All right, that's the way that my Romanian grandparents had told me this.
Mm-hmm.
There's a whole lot of those folks up there, and they would eat and raise pigeons and this and that, and it was almost a derogatory term that then became an affectionate thing. Don't go over there; it's all the pigeon eaters live over there.
Right.
So
interesting. That's very interesting. It's a nice neighborhood over there.
It's a great neighborhood over there.
Really cool. Really cool. All right. So, next piece of news. Don't forget, this is Aurora Museum Week. On sale at the Aurora Regional Fire Museum are the tote bags for $10. That comes with bubbles, an interactive map, a scavenger hunt map for the interactive portion, and a coloring book. Coloring book. That's something that's old school. Is still around.
It's moved around, and it's always been accessible to people, and they've always done good things. But Brian has really stepped up and made that a community space. Didn't just let it go for its once-a-year tour.
Shout at Aurora University. Native American Museum.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Well, that's neat.
It is.
We didn't even know about that before today's show.
Well, I heard the name, but I never knew what it was.
Now the whole world knows, Curtis.
Now the whole world. Our School District 1 trying to replace a Caterpillar play structure erected at Freeman and now you're listening to Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. We have a dear friend of the show, Deez, before Good Morning Aurora. But about a week ago, Deez and I were in my backyard yakking it up. I was barbecuing ribs at about 9:03 a.m. And I was waxing poetic, and I was telling Diesel that this show has made me even more. Way down Lake Street at that quick mart or whatever it was. In a nutshell, community practices by the store owner there. Jericho. So please check.
They let the guy talk.
Right.
They let the store owner talk.